think I'm finally live. So hello everyone, and thank you for joining. Let's try to fix the sound. I'm gonna reduce the music a little bit so you can hear me clear. I hope so. I'm also gonna reduce the sound a little bit in my VR. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining today or for viewing this streaming later on. So I have got some requests from few of my friends to provide a basic guide, correct, for new users who never played No Man's Sky before, and they are just starting to play No Man's Sky with this new expedition and with the new PSVR2 hardware, which is a good time, correct, to start. So I think we are ready. So I'm gonna today give a basic step-by-step guide on how to play No Man's Sky in VR in general, and I'm gonna use the expedition as a new way to do this. So if you are an expert player, then you may not leverage a lot unless you are interested about VR or PSVR. So if you are hanging or watching this in the future, I really appreciate if you really like, because I just started streaming and I hope I am not boring everyone here. So to start this expedition, you will have to go to a new gameplay here. This is all my saves. Most of them are from previous expeditions. I usually delete them, and this is my main save. And you'll move down to a new game, and then you will choose the community expedition. So the community expedition, you need to, if you are new to No Man's Sky, you need to know that this is something that's happening as a limited time event, and it will give you some nice cosmetic and nice rewards. Some of them are very unique and very hard to get again. So this is Expedition 9 Utopia, and I didn't play it before. I haven't checked any guides. I'm just gonna start directly with you guys in here. So I'm gonna select this community expedition. You see here there is only 5 weeks left. I would advise you to do this. If you are starting, it's a very good way to learn about No Man's Sky. If you check this picture in the background, it's a community picture created by one of the most popular players in No Man's Sky community, which name is Cash, as part of the Catanian Empire. So I'm gonna start now, and if you join the live chat, I have the live chat to voice in place. So if you speak on live chat, hopefully I should be able to hear this in-game. Okay, so I'm starting now. It's loading. This is the default loading screen. You'll get used to this screen, and in VR2 it's very nice. On PS5 it also loads usually pretty fast. The names that you see around here, this is actually the names that show the different systems. Okay, so we have been landed here. This is some information about the expedition. It's telling us, we have the Utopia Foundation. We are in the Pakian system. So as soon as you log in, the most important thing for you is to press on the options button, correct, on your right hand here, and you open the options screen. You need to check the expedition. I'm gonna come back to this screen in a minute, but more important is you need to check where we are. So we are in a temperature planet, okay. There is no sentinels, okay. Now this is multiplayer, so I'm gonna turn off multiplayer to avoid people annoying us. Sometimes you don't do this, but we can just turn off multiplayer. You can keep multiplayer on, but don't allow PvP, okay, because sometimes someone can kill you, okay. So by default, don't allow PvP, because if you die by someone by mistake shooting you, it's not nice thing. So very important is don't allow PvP. You can keep multiplayer on if you want to get help, but don't allow PvP. This is very, very important, okay. So how did I went here? I went to options, and then I went to network, and I disabled multiplayer, and I disabled PvP. Okay, so this is, let's go back to what I was speaking about. When you look here in VR, usually when you start moving around, this is the information you see here is your HUD. So you see the temperature, you see the planet name, and you see your health. This is the shield, and down here is the health, correct? This part get reduced when you get damage, both your shield and your health. On the top right here, you see which weapon you have. So if you move your hand behind, correct, you should be able to get your weapon. And when you move your hand up here, your left hand, this pop-up will appear, which have the quick menu, inventory, and the build menu. It's important to check your inventory. So this is your exosuit, correct? This is what you can carry in your back. This is the technology you have. You have your hazard protection, you have your life support, and you have your jetpack. And then this is the multi-tool, correct? You have your mining beam, you have a scanner, and you have a train manipulator. And this is your starship. Your starship is out of range. We need to find your starship. So navigating is pretty easy. You just, move your left hand up. You see this blue dot coming up and down, and you just use your left hand to move it and access your inventory. You can also access your quick menu to take, some photos. This is very important how you can recharge your, your hazard protection. The hazard protection is mainly if you are in a planet that have bad weather, like extreme cold or any different kind of, weather or hazards. You need to recharge it here using a battery or use other resources. Life support, use oxygen or other resources, and mining beam, you can use carbon also or other resources. This is some basics. From here you can summon stuff. We are not going to do this right now. And from here you can check your companion. In No Man's Sky you can pretty much tame any most of the animals, not all of them, and they can be your friends. They can help you moving further. And from here you can access some setting like turning off your torch or checking your multi-tool. You can have multiple multi-tools, but now we are just starting.
Smiling face with smiling eyes, waving hand, light skin tone.
Thank you for joining. So for swiping the multi-tool. So now I need to check my multi-tool. So I'm just gonna see how did I get my multi-tool. I moved my hand behind, my right hand behind my head, and I just clicked on the grab button. Now if I'm clicking on the grab button, now right happens, nothing happened. But if I move my hand behind my back or my head, like I'm getting it from my back, and I click the grab button, it will come here. Very nice feeling. Now I don't want to speak a lot about the resolution and stuff like this because it's gonna waste a lot of people time. You can check my other streaming for this, but we need to check the expedition itself. This multi-tool actually looks very nice. It's a pink multi-tool. It's a big one. I think this is a standard multi-tool. So now we open the expedition tab. This is only available in the expedition mode. So we have different phases and milestones, and every time we complete these phases, we get rewards. Every time you complete every one of these milestones, we get rewards, and when we finish all the milestones in the first phase, we get a big reward. This big reward, the beauty about it is that usually you are able to collect this from any other save. If you have your main save, if you have new save, you can always go and collect this phase reward. The milestone rewards that you get here are supposed to help you only during the expedition. So you may not, you will not be able to use them outside of this save. In general, always there is 4 or 5 phases, always 5 phases. and then the final one is just collecting all the rewards and getting the biggest, let's say, reward of the whole expedition. Most of these expeditions have very nice story, and it's very good to learn about what's going on, about the story. So if you want to check what's going on, you can always go to your log screen here, and you will see all the different missions. The log screen have been improved a lot. It will always have stuff about the planet you are on. So if you click on secondary mission here, you'll always find everywhere, when you are on a planet, there is something called exploration guide, and this is showing you, okay, what do we have here? Okay, we have this planet. This is the information about the planet. Is 2.64 billion years, the atmosphere, primary core element, other information that may be helpful, and how many creatures we have, how many of them we have discovered, how many flora we have, how many minerals we have. This is a big planet. This is a large planet, and the general logs we have here, correct? So this is the overall primary mission we're working on, because this is an expedition, and this is the specific milestone reward. When you are navigating, you're just moving your mouse around and just going to the tab you want, correct? I'm just moving my mouse, and then I'm going to click again the expedition tab, and I'm going to check the first milestone, establish a base. Now when you click on the specific mission here, and then you click on your left hand, you click on the L2 button, by default it will give you some more information. Okay, so welcome to the Utopia community. Deployable computer items can only be built within the Utopia community. Okay, so now let's go to the build menu. This is the build menu. We checked the inventory. You always need to check the inventory. Inventory was a big problem in the past. It was very complicated. By waypoint updates, they have streamlined a lot of the inventory. Now you see these blocks here. They are designed to put stuff inside, and you see how much quantity you have. And up here they have, these have squares, while this other section on the top that have like this small mechanical symbols. This is the technology, correct? This is the technology. You can here only put stuff related to your technology, like your shields, like your health, and a lot of other stuff that we speak about more. And down here you can put any other stuff. There is this nice filters. I don't use them much, and you always need to be careful. You're checking your exosuit inventory, starship inventory, and multi-tool inventory. So let's build a base, okay? And it's always good when you log in Minus Sky Expedition or not, unless you're on a premier desk, to just take a minute to appreciate the beauty around you, and usually scan everything. I don't have an analysis visor, so I cannot scan, but let's see. So we checked the quick menu, we checked the inventory, and we checked the build menu. Build is a big component in No Man's Sky. I rarely build, but you need to understand the basics. So there's a lot of nice builds and city and amazing stuff, very similar to what you see like in Minecraft, but in a different flavor, more of sci-fi flavor. So here we have the base computer, portable refiner. This is the portable units. Portable units means that you can build this stuff anywhere on the ground. When you build a base computer to establish your own outpost, you will have a bigger amount of stuff that you can build, and you can use stuff you find during your exploration to increase and learn more blueprints. So if I establish here a base computer, before you click anything, when you move your hand on it, it will tell you what is the requirements. This is requiring a base computer, correct? What if I want to do the refiner, I need metal planing and oxygen and so on. And you need to acquire these materials from the ground. You need to mine them and craft them to be able to get enough material. This can seem overwhelming in the start, but it's actually very, very simple. So I'm just gonna choose and build a base computer here. Okay, and then I'm gonna tell me this is a station, it's a habitable, and I can just grab it, and it's checking there is no prior settlement. Thank you for the prompt completion or settlement. Let's claim the base. Okay, so usually when you put the base computer, it's very funny, it looks so nice, and it's checking. It's checking because if there is a base that's very close to you, it may give you error. And wow, look now, on PSVR2, we have this nice reflection, and this computer actually, I can see the screen from here, but if you're a little bit far, you don't point to it. It actually has this green information logging on, which look like, you know, it's actually loading some data, which is cool. We didn't have this before. So now we have built a base computer, correct? We have established the base. So what else do we need to do? Tick tick tish tick tick tish. So we have deployed the base computer, but looks like we didn't yet complete this specific step for some reason. Have we uploaded the base? It's too small. Okay, so maybe we need to expand a little bit. So now when you open this screen, you see now we have more tabs with new items. You now have, for example, temper structures, you have advanced technology, you have decoration. So let's start with some simple stuff. Now you see this is all require carbon. So we need to get some carbon, and we need to get our analysis visor installed, which we don't have. We need to acquire this blueprint, I think, after we have the first step completed. So let's get some carbon. Okay, to get carbon, I'm just gonna, you know, put my hand behind my back, get my mining beam, check it's full. Now every multi-tool have its own options here. When you drag the multi-tool out and you move your you know, your left finger to the back of the multi-tool, you see here this blue dot, just point to it, a screen will open and you'll have the option to scan and to mine. You see there is a symbol saying mode rotation. If you click on it, it will move to the next multi-tool settings for your multi-tool, which is tray manipulator. Now we just need the scanner, sorry, the mining beam. Okay, I'm gonna use the mining beam. Now this thing, I identified planet, which will give us very few resources, but that's okay because we don't have the scanner. We need the scanner, it's very important. So I'm just gonna get as much carbon as I can, and look, this is glowing. You can just, you know, try to get a nice position here and maybe position yourself for a nice view while you are mining. You just look around. There is a little bit of vibration happening right now. Oh my god, see the flowers, you see how this is shining around. Very, very beautiful, to be honest, very beautiful. So let's get as many carbon as we can, and even the grass is glowing. So this is an exotic biome. This is one of the most nice biomes you'll find in No Man's Sky. So No Man's Sky planets are all based on biomes. So in reality, it's very, very there's a lot of variety of biomes, and sometimes a couple of them are mixed together to give you some unique biomes. So I want to see when when you are mining, you see on the top here it's showing how much charge you have and how hot is the mining beam. Its color is changing, so it's important we get some Freya dust, because Freya dust from the stones is what will allow us to recharge our mining beam. And we just need a little bit more carbon here. Let's get more carbon, and you see if this reached all the way to the end, the color is changing and it's gonna stop. You see, let me just show you how this works. Now it's green, it's changing the color, it's becoming yellow because on the top here is charging. Oh my god, what the hell was that? I really shit on my pants. So this is one of the most rare creature, correct? So it's distinguished as a rock. So this was also funny. Okay, now we run out of charge. You see, weapon charge depleted. So you just need to go here, move your, you can just throw back your weapon, move your hand, your right hand to quick menu, charge equipment, choose mining beam, and you can charge it with carbon. Carbon is very important. Now let's get back the mining tool. I moved again my hand behind my head, and I'm gonna get a little bit more carbon. I'm actually mining with R2. So if I didn't tell you this, I'm sorry. You see the sky is getting night here, and on top of us here we have this amazing ringed planet. Okay, I think we have mined enough carbon. Where is our base? We need to go back to our base. Here is our base, correct? So now we need to start, putting the floor panel. You see, foundation. So I'm gonna again access the build menu, and then I'm gonna choose the temper floor panel. Now I may not be in the best, how do we say, I don't like the text is not very clear, but I know this by heart. We just choose the cheapest, stuff required. So let's put a floor panel. So I just clicked on it with R2. I choose the area. When you are building, they also improved a lot, how stuff getting adjusted. So automatically I'm just moving my mouse. It's telling me you have three options or four options to choose. So I'm gonna put 4 floor panels here as a basic shelter, and then we need to build walls. So let's go again to the build menu and choose a temper wall. How much carbon do we have? So let's check our inventory again. Go to exosuit. Oh, we have a lot of carbon, so we should be fine. Let's build the temper wall. I'm adjusting them. They stack together very nicely, to be honest. So they stack together very nicely. I'm moving around to adjust myself for building the wall. Get your time to be familiar with how these controllers work. Now usually you need to leave the last place to put a door, and yes, that's what I thought, or else you're gonna stuck inside your own building. So let's put a wall inside here. I'm gonna go to my settings for a moment, because the chat, I hear it is very it's very low. So I'm gonna go back to my setting. Just 1 second, guys, to raise the volume of chat to peace, because I can barely hear people speaking in the chat, but I can't hear what they are saying. So now if someone speaks in the chat, I hopefully should be able to hear them. Okay, I'm back. Now we have built this shelter. It looks so nice. There's too much details here, but this shelter will not protect you. If there is a storm, if someone attacking you, you must close the shelter with a ceiling. So we have a nice big door here, but we need to have a ceiling. So we need to go to the build menu, and yes, they want us to make a roof corner. So we're gonna just come here. Be sure to make a roof corner inside, yes, like this. Okay, a little bit tricky, but just adjust it like this. When you move your mouse, correct, it's just pointing them around, up and down. You just need to go back in and out. I think there is a nicer mode if you go to free placement. So I'm gonna press on 0 to go to free placement. Let's see. Yeah, free placement, no, just not what I want. Don't use free placement, it's gonna make your life hard in the start. I'm trying to see if there is a edit build. Okay, L1. Okay, no, didn't make anything. Okay, so let's I need to check, because if you're playing on flat screen, there is usually oh, we need more flare dust. Okay, if you're playing on flat screen, there is usually a free mode. I'm sure there is a way to do this. I'm just not sure how it works. So just put you in like a god mode, when you can just fly and place your stuff around. So let's get some, this corner roof requires a little bit of flare dust. Flare dust, usually comes from stones. So let's just go and mine some stones. I'm running with pressing on R3 in my right hand controller, and
Build
this
camera.
yes, build camera, yes. And here are some stones. Let's take a look to them. Yes, they have some flare dust. So let's get our mining beam, and be sure not to hit the animal. Most of the animals will run away, but some of them may attack you, and if you are new, you may get scared. So don't hit the animal. I'm not sure why I'm mining more carbon, but I need more flare dust. Let's got more flare dust. you need to get used to understand how you can manage your mining beam. You can mine until it's very close to be on top here, very close to be red. When it's hot, it mine faster, and nice, the R2 become more heavier, letting you know that the it's getting so hot you need to press hard. So this is a nice touch PSVR2 functionality, very realistic. I really love this. Okay, so let's go back to the build and put the last roof corner here. Let's try to put it correctly. So I'm gonna rotate this. I'm gonna press on X to rotate this. Yes, like this. Okay, so now let's go inside. Yeah, first milestone completed. We established the base. It looks very nice, as you can see, and it have its own stuff inside. So now I'm gonna click on the options button in my controller. You see, in VR you need to be careful not to populate this screen when there is a mountain or up, because text will be scrapped. So I'm gonna head back here in this nice flat area, click on the option, and then I'm gonna collect my reward. Let's see, we have the analysis visor, which I really need, correct, and you have got some rewards here. So congratulations guys, you should already by now go to your analysis visor. Now it's showing here there is some stuff that we can do. So our next milestone is already available. We need to craft survivor essentials, correct. When I click on it, it's already still highlighted here. You see, if I click on any of these milestones, it will automatically change my log, correct. So but by default, if you just keep the default one, it will just go one milestone to another, and by default it's going to show you here which one you're working on. So this is the second milestone, and if you go to the log here, it will show you the details, correct. So you need to craft some survival essentials, correct. So you need to have your analysis visor in place. So if you go to your inventory and go to your multi-tool, you will see we don't have the analysis visor, but now I can actually click on it, and in your multi-tool you can only put technologies. You see it has the same wheels here that you see inside the exosuit icons in the background, while these small squares are showing you how do we say that this is inventory. Can you put anything inside? So in your multi-tool, and I'm going to explain what is this shining is about, but in your multi-tool, if you go to your you click on any of the empty places, you can actually choose analysis visor. This is and specialized in getting use discovery and server unit. You use this more than anything else in Manisky because it's one of the most important piece of tech that you need. So you click on it, it will tell you need a carbon and nanotubes to build it, okay. And that's why by default, as this is a starting new save, no Manisky will tell you in advance you need to get this, correct. If you go outside here, to tell you need to have the analysis visor and you need to craft the items required. So if you go back to your inventory, it will tell you you need to craft these nanotubes, and these nanotubes require 50 carbon. We have a lot of carbon, 333,666, nice rounded number, so we can craft these nanotubes. Okay, how much do we need? Let's go back to the multi-tool and open it, and we only need one. Okay, so 99% when you start a new save, you by default will have the analysis visor. So this is maybe the first time ever I'm crafting this but let's click on it to install it, and it told you analysis visor installed. I heard a little bit nice rumbling in the headset. Now we need to have a personal refiner. Personal refiner also is one of the most important stuff inside inside your No Man's Sky technology. But let me a little bit explain about the movement, correct. Very simple, you are using now the sticks, correct. So you use your left hand stick, your R3 to move around, back, forward, left, right, and you use your right hand R3 to look around and change the camera. In the start, if you are new to VR, don't try to move hard. You can always go to the settings, by clicking on the options, and you scroll all the way to the end to options, and there is accessibility settings, but I don't think this is what we are looking for here. You can click back on L2 to go back, and I think from here there are some stuff that you can work on. Yes, so for example, if the movement type is making you feeling not comfortable in VR, you can change instead of smooth, to teleport, or from smooth to snap turning movement. You can make it, body or wallet or head. You can start applying with this stuff, and we have actually this interesting stuff that I never checked before. I think this is new in PSVR2, the look sensitivity. So I need actually to increase this as much as I can and see how to work, but you should start with as minimum as you can. Okay, and up, there is a new bottom preferences here, and you can actually check the controls from here, which is very helpful. When you click on view controls, it will tell you, okay, what do I need to do on my foot to do stuff, what I need to do in my controls, if I am, quick menu options, flight controls, exocraft, ships, and all galactic map and photo mode and all other interesting stuff. One thing I want to mention, if you plan to stream or if you plan to play No Man's Sky, never stay still like what I'm doing right now, because usually you always need to keep a good eye on your health and on your shield. You may die easily in No Man's Sky, but this is actually a very nice planet, nice starting planet. It's pretty much safe, but every time I move, there is this small arrow you see. This is showing that down here I'm using resources, I'm using oxygen, because even so I'm in a nice planet, in reality this planet, if you go to the log and you check the exploration guide, it actually doesn't have oxygen. It have nitrogen and neon, and they consider us humans in No Man's Sky, regardless from what race you are choosing. So you will always use oxygen. You see I'm using my oxygen here, and if I go to my charge of my health now, it's 95%, but I need to have some life support gel to fill it later on. Okay, this was nice, basic coverage. Oh my god, so this is actually a planet that have two suns. It's very nice to see always in No Man's Sky the sunset, correct, and how the sun is rising, sorry, the sun rising and the sunset in general are one of the most extremely nice stuff to look at in No Man's Sky, and in VR it's really good. Now you see this big monster. Now we have installed the analysis visor, so now we can finally go and click on it, and now you see this is why analysis visor is very important. Analysis visor, I have the option to automatically scan stuff. I don't remember how to turn this off, but if you just move your mouse, it will start scanning stuff and giving you information. So am I scanning this planet live, telling me, okay, this is a planet live, age, notes, and when you move it to an animal, it's showing you, okay, this eats meat. So this means this is probably gonna attack us if you go close. And if it's produced a leopard fruit, you see down, this means that it's probably an aggressive one, which means it's probably gonna attack us if you go close to him. These animals usually load a little bit late after everything else is loaded, the predatory animals. So it's important to keep an eye on them. Now, why do I scan stuff? Scanning is very important because No Man's Sky is about discovery, but it also, if you scan resources from an item that you have discovered with your scanner, you will get more resources from it when you mine it later on. So now let's see, you see this one I didn't scan. Okay, so I'm gonna go to my mining mode, I'm gonna scan it, and I'm getting, let's see how many carbon, 8, 10, 12, 14, I got 16, I got 66 carbon. Okay, So I got 66 carbon. I had 336 and then I got 66. Now if I scan this specific one, the red ones, I'm not sure if it was this one or this one of the small ones here. Now if I now mine this, oh, I'm getting I'm getting the secondary element, which is condensated carbon, and I should get way more carbon, I think, from this planet now, if it's the same planet. So let's see, I got 58 carbon, but I got 9 condensated carbon. Condensated carbon actually gives way more, is like an advanced level of carbon after you're refining it. Oh my god, look at how cute is this. How cute is this thing? It is so tiny and so small and it's so detailed. It's looking to me. So yeah, it's always good to scan because you get the secondary element, and concentrated carbon is, you know, 2 of them equal only 1 carbon or even more. Okay, so let's move on, correct? Let's check the log. Where were we? So I'm gonna go back to my log and I'm gonna take here to the survival and things. Okay, and we need to have a podcaster. Okay, so but they want us first to put the personal refiner. So let's go to the technology. They already gave us a personal refiner pre-packed. This is very helpful. So you can just click on X. You see this looks slightly, you know, different. I'm moving it around with R2 because this is a tech that's pre-packed, just ready to be installed. So I'm just gonna click on X and I'm gonna choose where in my technology stack I'm gonna install it. I'm gonna put it away from everything else because it's actually how do we say, doesn't improve with this stacking, and I'm gonna explain this later. Now I'm gonna use my condensated carbon to charge this. Why I can't charge this? Only carbon, okay, for now. And they want me to use a refiner for something. So I think the most important thing here is to go back to the expedition and check what do you want us to do. So we need to have a podcaster. So if I go back to my inventory, podcaster is type for weapon. So I'm gonna go to my multi-tool and I'm gonna install the podcaster. Now it requires chromatic metal and it requires again carbon nanotubes. We know how to make carbon nanotubes. You're gonna click here and make 3 of them. If you made 1, you can always go back here and click on X to click 3 more. So we have now created the carbon nanotubes. We're gonna go back to our multi-tool and install them. You see it showing this blue arrow with the big, you know, wheel on top of it, which showing it's not yet ready. It requires more installation. So I'm gonna click on it with R2, click on the nanotubes and set them up. Now chromatic metal, what is chromatic metal? So chromatic metal is something that it's a new resource that we need to get, and that's why they were showing us the refiner, correct? We need to refine it. It's very hard to get chromatic metal from the nature. So they gave us copper by default in the start. So we're gonna just put the copper in here, and these 200 coppers will give us the 100 chromatic metal. But let's just be careful here. If you go back to the multi-tool, how much chromatic metal we need? Oh, we need exactly the 100. Okay, so we have no option instead of just, you know, refining this. The personal refiner is amazing because you can just, you know, this is exactly part of your exosuit. This exosuit is what you carry in your back, correct? So if I just, you know, go out of here and go to quick menu and open photo mode, this is how I look like, and this is the exosuit. Oh my god, that's me, and in my back here, this is the exosuit. So somewhere inside here is a personal refiner, and when you use it, it will start actually working on your back. So I'm just gonna put, you know, I'm gonna put back the copper. I'm just gonna explain. I'm gonna put back the copper. When you want to select something to put it inside the exosuit, you will click on this button, which is the input. It chooses the item you want, and if it's too much, you don't want it all to be ruined, you need to be careful. You can actually stack it, I think, with triangle. Yeah, no, with how did I done that? Yeah, you can stack it with 0, sorry. Okay, so I'm just gonna go here, and if I click on 0, I put 100, and then I want to put more, so I'm just gonna click on 0 and add more, and then I'm gonna begin the refining process. Now if I go back to the photo mode, you should see that it's actually refining and there is smoke coming out, a little bit of smoke coming out, and you hear the sound, correct? Means that the person refiner is working. Okay, did I scan everything? You can always, scan everything else. These red dots means that there is animals or items that there is fauna that you didn't scan. It's very interesting to scan the fauna, look for new nice ones, because as I told you in the start, you can actually tame them to make them your friends. I'm sure they will ask us to do one later. And if you don't have the scan to auto scan settings, you can always just manually click on R2 to scan. Let me try to get this guy here. Okay, so let's see. I think the personal refiner is done. So we have now the 100 chromatic material. Let's put them, in our exosuit, and then let's go back to our multi-tool and install it. I'm just navigating from the top here with R2, and I'm clicking on the chromatic material, and now we have the pulse caster. So what does this mean? This means that if I get my multi-tool, I now have the pulse caster, I have the mining pin, I have the train manipulator. The train manipulator is very important because it allows you to change the train. If it have a lot of different options and modes. This mode is showing minus, means that it will reduce the train around you and you can make a hole. This is one of the most important things you need to do, because if you are down here inside a hole, if there is a big storm and you don't have enough, protection, hazard protection, you can hide here and you can dig more. It's very useful stuff. Now, I jet with X, correct? And when you jet, you get this headset back rumbling, which is amazing. But let's click to the podcaster. Podcaster is a weapon, but weapon will require, some of them will require different kind of how do you say, ammunition. Some of them are lasers that doesn't require ammunition, but the podcaster requires standard ammunition, so we need to craft some ammunition. So we're gonna go back here. It's showing us we just need to craft a couple of these. They require freight dust, so let's just make a little bit more, and you can click on X. Oh, I don't have enough freight dust. It's good to have always, freight dust. Now this planet bited me. You see, if you check in the scanner, it has this examination park because this one is a hazardous planet. They don't hurt much. They ate a little bit of my shield, so I'm gonna scan them with my mining beam to collect some oxygen from them. And let's get some freight dust. Now you see, because this planet is having only freight dust and then it's showing you question mark for analyze to give you the second component. It's identified. Let's scan it quickly, and now it's showing it will give us dihydrogen, which is a very useful another resource. We need anyway dihydrogen for life support gel. So let's see that. How can we do this? How can we check for resources? They are down here because I know them, but you can always, I believe, just click on L3 like this, and it will show you, okay, the blue stuff is that, dihydrogen, the red ones are carbon, and then you can just scan them. Oh wow, you see this is new effects in VR, which is, reflecting what we are doing. The more you use your mining beam, the faster it will do, and as soon as you start feeling that the trigger is heavy, then you can start, stop mining. Correct. This is sodium. It's also something very helpful because it will allow us to charge our hazard protection. But we need more dihydrogen. So let's see if we see any blues. Here they are. Let's go fly there with our jetpack and mine a little bit more dihydrogen crystals. No Man's Sky is a producedly generated, planet, which means that it's used technology to regenerate stuff. But I'm always impressed with this specific planet. Let's scan it, because look to the level of technology. Look how they producedly generated this. They didn't create this asset; it's just randomly being produced, and it's very nice. It's very detailed. It's like a painter painted this specific planet. And it have both carbon and oxygen, so let's mining it while we are here. So let's check now. I think we have pretty much everything. So let's create our dihydrogen gel, which combines 40 dihydrogen crystals, and we have this crystal fragment which we can analyze with X, give us a lot of resources. We also now need to craft a life support gel which can help us to recharge our life support. It will require 1 dihydrogen jelly which we have just created and 100 carbon which we mined a lot. So I think now we have completed the milestone number 2. You hear this very nice voice. The analyze visor that we installed help us also with a lot of other stuff, correct? So we can click on it and it will show us a lot of icons. It will show us deposits, which is for certain kind of materials that we cannot mine. It will show us where is our base. You see our base is usually where our safety is, and it should show us our ship. Now these flying planets are very hard to scan, so you always need to click on the trigger, but you can automatically, you know, get them if you can. Okay, I got it. It's improved a little bit, you know, the scanning versus PSVR1. You may struggle a little bit to get your hands around scanning. Just keep practicing and it should be fine. So let's check the quest number 3, milestone number 3. It asks us to upload our base. Okay, and if you go back here, so let's head back to our base. We need to find the base computer, this small one that we created in the start. And let's interact with our nice looking base computer. It will ask us to upload the base. You can rename it, give it a really nice name, put your name here, whatever, correct, but I'm just gonna upload it, correct. And you can, and now what do we need to do? That's it. So we contributed. Let's click and collect the rewards. Always be careful to check your inventory first to have enough space. These shadowed places, if we have enough space to collect the rewards. Let's check, you know, here what do we have. Oh, this is the exocraft. Perfect. Okay, now we need to deploy an exocraft. So to deploy an exocraft, first we need to build the exocraft. So we'll go to the build menu. We have a new tab here for exocrafts. Down the exocraft are deployable technologies. As soon as we learn them, we can create them anywhere without the need to have a base computer. So we have the big one, which is very bulky, very slow. We have the Nomad, and we have the Pilgrim, which is my favorite. Oh, it requires silver, it requires the hydrogen jelly, it requires metal plating. So I'm just gonna have to create the Nomad for now because it's easier to build, correct? And I think it moves anywhere. So we need a lot of metal plating. So if you don't know what is needed there, you can just click on the square, sorry, the triangle to paint the details, and it's gonna show you here some information. What do you need to do? You need to craft all of this stuff, correct? So let's start with metal plating, and if we go here, oh, we got a lot of nice stuff. So we have an advanced mining P module. We can install it here beside our mining P. You know, they are now showing green. If you install the tech close to the main item, it will have more what we call a stacking bonus, but this is a very low class, you know. It's one of the, it's a shitty weapon just to be honest, but that's fine, correct? Now because of waypoint upgrade that really people hated it, but because of it now we can just go back. If you need to change this and to find a nicer tool, I can just store this technology with 0, correct? I just click on 0 here and I can put it back in my multi-suit. And when I find a nicer, you know, weapon, I can just install it again in the new weapon. This is something that we were not able to do in the past. So they want us to create some metal plating. If you click on this, it will tell us metal plating require 50 Freya dust. I don't think I have enough. How much Freya dust? Yeah, I don't have any. We need a lot of. I need a lot of metal plating. So this means we need to do a lot of mining. We need a lot of stones. Let's find the stones, guys. Let's be careful not to get, you know, this stone animal. So let's mine them. Now we mine way faster. See, they understand that we need to mine a lot to do this next step, and that's why they have gave us, you know, these advanced modules that make us mine way faster. You see, now we are mining. Oh, this something is not identified, so let's identify it first. And now I think in less than 1 minute we should have all the required resources, for the 5 metal plating. These ones are very useful because they have both Freya dust and the hydrogen jelly, so it should be very good. Oh, I cannot do the big ones because they require advanced mining. So let's head back. How much mining do we have? How much Freya dust we have now? Okay, we still need a couple of more. Freya dust is something very important to have a lot of. So let's see. Oh, this big guy is coming to us. It's better if we avoid this big guy. You see, he's actually eating and attacking. This line is attacking other animals. We can easily kill him, but it will spawn again. So let's keep him there. Okay. I think now we have enough. Okay, so let's click one more. Oh, we still need a little bit. We need 4 more pieces. Here is a little bit more stones. Okay, let's open the inventory and okay, so we have the 5 Freya dust. What else do we need? We have everything we need. They give us perfume. We have iron batteries. So let's build our exocraft. Nice. This looks very good. So this is one of the basic started exocraft. Let's take a look. Let's grab and go inside. Now, driving an exocraft is something that not easy in VR, correct? So you need to put both of your hands like this, and then you need to press on R2. I'm a little bit been playing in VR No Man's Sky for years, so it's easy for me, but if you are new, take it easy. You have this nice screen. You can go back with L2, correct, and then you can go forward with R2, and you can just be careful not to hit animals, because if you hit animals, sometimes you may kill an animal and then the whole herd will follow you around. Now I have a click grip, so that's why I was able to move around. But see these nice screens. How you can exit is that you'll need to find this green handle. Usually it's around here somewhere. Stop here, you click and you push up and you are out of your exocraft. Now when you build your exocraft, you will be able to summon it anywhere as soon as you are in the same planet that have the base. So I can just go here and I go to the summoning vehicle screen and choose exocraft and choose the nomad and just choose where I want to summon it. I'm just moving the cursor around and this one. Look, this is so nice. The effects are so cool in PSVR2, and I think we have completed already this one. So let's collect the rewards. It's always very nice feeling. So I have done all the nice expeditions, or the 8 expedition, and I never get bored of hearing this nice sound for collecting reward. Now we need to find our starship, correct? Where is the hell is our starship? Our starship is all the way there. You see this arrow showing you starship? So it's not that far. I can hold R2 to tag. Why can't? Oh, the tagging is always very hard in VR. So good luck trying to tag this, because it will try to scan and do everything else. And it tags the star pumple. So I don't need to tag. It's fine. I'll just use my. I want to see if I can delete this and get it. Oh, I killed this guy by mistake when I was driving. I'm so sorry, man. If you hit stuff, you will destroy it when you are in your exocraft. So I'm gonna click on the build menu, and I'm gonna click on the edit placed parts with L1. Okay, and then which is the grip button, and then I'm gonna move my mouse here and I'm gonna delete this to get back all the resources. In the start, it's very important to get back all the resources. Look to the eye of this line. I should have actually tamed this guy because it's very helpful to
Smiling
have.
face with smiling eyes, waving hand, light skin tone. Rolling on the floor laughing. Build
Yeah,
camera.
perfect. Okay, so thank you for smiling to me. Let's go to our spaceship. So I'm gonna click and grip. I'm gonna use R2 to move, and then I'm gonna use, you know, L2 to direct where I want to go. So now I'm gonna put my starship icon. Forget the star plump icon. I'm gonna put my starship icon in the middle of my my exocraft screen. I'm just gonna keep targeting it. Now you see here on the left screen you have this 17.9 US. This is how fast you are. Try to avoid any holes in the ground because you'll get stuck easy. Oh, we got so lucky. We got so lucky we avoided this. Correct. So you try to pay attention when you are going because holes can make your life so hard. Okay, I lost control for a minute. So this 18 and 17 is your screen, and the flash sign above it is how much gas or, you know, fuel you have in your exocraft. And I'm not sure what does this dot show here. Correct, this dot that you can see, I'm not sure what does this dot do in front of us. In reality, try to avoid also big mountains. Correct, I'm just gonna keep grabbing because exocraft is hard by itself, so I don't want to lose track. I'm just gonna keep, and I was using grab block, but I'm just gonna keep grabbing and keep pressing R2, which should give me more stability. But I hate the grab button. By chance, now we have already, you know, finished another milestone. These milestones always track because we have been traveling. Oh, where we lost our focus. What is our spaceship? Our spaceship is there. Okay, let's go back to our spaceship. You see it showing arriving 0043. So we're gonna, you know, reach our spaceship first. Avoid big stuff like mountains and terrains because you can fall down and get stuck. And you know, try to go around any big mountains. You see, this is actually on top of a hill. Where should I go? Where should I go? I'll try to go around from here. Okay, I'll try to go around from here. And here is my spaceship. Of course it's damaged. Okay, so that was fun. And we have this big stuff. So this is actually a save point, a waypoint. It will usually give us some items. We have this damage container. Always get all of this stuff, but be careful not, you know, to overload your exosuit. I only have 9 free slots, but I have my nomad. I can put stuff in my nomad, and I can put stuff in my starship also. And you can increase your inventory easy from a space station. This red stuff usually give you some bullets, correct? And let's check our starship. Okay, so we have completed this, we completed this, we completed this. We need to locate and repair your starship. Let's take a look to our starship in VR. Okay, so this is, I think this is a hauler starship. This is a hauler. Now if you click on the inventory, you'll be able to see it now because we are close to it. You can see it, and this is where we have some damaged parts. We need pure freta, which probably we can use our pure fretite to, we can use our refiner to create. And we need also hermetic seal, which they give us a blueprint to create. And you see this is a supercharged slot. You know, you only have one because it's a class C hauler, I think. So yeah, let's do this quickly. It have some tritium to charge it, so it should be fine. Okay, so let's quickly fix our chip. Seems that we have fixed it or installed our multi-tool. We need first pure fretite. You can just, you know, paint the details, or you can just I know by default if I put my Freya dust here, it will make for me the pure Freya. But I need how much? I need for my starship, I need 50. Again, we need to get some stones. Let's get some stones, guys. Small ones. Here are some. They are not scanned. Let's scan them. Okay. Let's scan them quickly and let's get some big stones. Here are some nice big stones that have the dehydrogen. Yeah, be careful from these big gassy ones. It's always good to scan these ones and kill them. These planets, they can, if they explode close to you, they'll give you some poison, I think, and you don't want to have this around you. But they don't really hurt you, but they give some nice amount of oxygen. Oh, I didn't kill it yet. Die. Okay. So the grip control with the oh, so nice. The grip control with the scanning is not that complicated. It's not that accurate. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work, but it's always nice. So now let's get, we need only 50 pure freight. So we will only put 50. We have 28 here. I'm gonna use 0 to add more. We have 144. So I'm gonna use 0 again. I'm not sure which one I use right now. Yeah, to get 64. Let's have 50 and stop. Okay, I'm just gonna get them out. I'm gonna click on this, put it in my exosuit, put it in my exosuit, and I'm gonna click on the pure, go to my starship, open the item, and it's installed already. Now, a tip for you to manage your inventory, this is 3, you probably will not need this again, so we just can discard this to empty its space. I collected this rusted metal from these green boxes there, and I'm gonna put it inside here. It will create for me some, nice Freya dust. So now I'm gonna go here to my starship and check the second item. We need another dehydrogen jelly, which is easy to make. We have a lot of dehydrogen, correct? So, oh, the shit. Oh my goodness. Looks like I cannot do this because I'm outside of my Utopia base. Okay, sorry, you have to stop processing this. We are lucky that we have this personal refiner because we will need to create, we can put the dehydrogen here and we can get one. What's gonna take so freaking long to create the dehydrogen jelly in the refiner, and I only need one, so I'm just gonna, you need to manage your time. Do I need to go back to my base or no? So let's see, can we make the hermetic seal here? I can. So I have to go back to the base again. Where the hell is my base? That's a rookie mistake. Don't do this. Correct, don't do this. Where is my base? I need to find my base first before I even move. I need to find my base. So I'm looking to the icons. It's gonna be a little bit hard because there is too many bases. There is too many bases. Okay, the white one here, that's my base. So let's go quickly there. And a tip for you is, always scan or check all the next items required, correct, that need to be built moving further, because looks like you only can build when you are close to your base, which is gonna be, I don't think it's gonna be a problem. This is something that doesn't happen. I mean, in normal saves, all of the other saves, this should be easy to go. Now I need to go up this hill because it's directly on my way, the shortest, fastest way to go back for my base. So I need to climb this. Can I do it in Exocraft? Gonna be a little bit tough because I don't have any posting or anything. You shouldn't try to do this because it may make you throw up, correct? But I just need to go back as fast as I can to my base, which is over there. Maybe if I have read the instruction correctly, I may have found that I can't build if I'm outside of my base. And I'm sure the guides on the internet may have told you guys already about this. Maybe some one of you could have told me over the chat, but you know, that's okay. So let's keep going until we reach our base, this white big house icon that you see here. And yep, I see it. I think I'm getting very close to its range. I don't think we need to be exactly in front of the base, but it's as soon as we get close, I'm gonna go out and try to build everything I need to finish and repair my ship. So we need a hermetic seal, and I think now the dehydrogen jelly are done. Yeah, the hydrogen jelly are done. Let's stop. Let's take them back here. We need a hermetic seal. Let's create a hermetic seal. What else do we need now? Our starship is out of our range, but you can still see we need one more metal plating. We have one more. We have 5. Yes, because we have deleted our stuff. Okay, let's check what else we need. So we need to fix our ship. We already have this. We need to register the settlement of the first planet. What the hell does this mean? Register the settlement of the first planet means what? Settlement of the planet new is not yet completed. Complete the system link milestone before processing. Okay, I'm not sure what does this mean, but looks like this is like a community thing. So we don't need to build anything. Let's head back again to our starship. Oh, we have a Supreme Exocraft engine. Okay, that's good. So I'm gonna go here. Oh, but this will require a lot of stuff. Let's just check here if they give us some nice tech. Yep, they give us a nice tech here. We put the engine. They don't stack, but they should give us, you know, faster, a little bit faster speed. And what is this one? Another one to make again faster. I think they knew that a lot of people, you know, will do exactly what I have done. Oh, nice, a lot of engines. What is this? This is my mining laser, advanced mining laser to mine the big rocks. And let's keep finishing this junk. Okay, so let's head back one last time. Let's check where is our spaceship. It's here. Okay, now we are slightly faster. You see our speed now is showing 22, 24. It used to show 17. It's because we have this advanced tech in place. I really wish this radar in front of me is actually showing maybe the terrain in front of us. Like if there is a cave, it will show me a cave or something, so it can warn me, because it shows a dot, so it's recognizing that I am moving. But that's it, correct? I know I am moving because I'm clicking on the controls. So
70 minutes.
Oh wow, I've been streaming for so long. So yeah, I think I'm gonna finish the milestone and conclude it for now. But I'm gonna save after this and hopefully do the rest later on. So I got stuck here again. Don't try to use your exocraft. Probably it's better if you can just, if you are in VR, to just, you know, walk and jet. But using the exocraft, if you have a hand on it, will make your life faster, because you see I'm going and coming in few minutes now. So I'm almost there. I'm so lucky I didn't get stuck in any caves or any holes, because it's hard to get your exocraft out of it. And here is my starship. Let's exit the exocraft and let's repair the rest of our starship. Open the inventory, go to the starship. Let's put the hermetic seal. Let's put the you know, that's everything's good. You see we have a supercharge slot. This is stuff that will improve big time whatever tech you put inside. I'm gonna just move, you know, the pulse angel. I'm gonna click on X and put it here. So now it's going to show it's supercharged, correct? Usually it's better for the Pulse engine to put the upgrades, but we don't have any upgrades. So now we have restored the critical Starship systems. Let's collect, okay, let's go to a flat ground here and collect our rewards. Nice. We have a Starship launch fuel. Please tell me it have some launch fuel. I don't want to go all the way back and we need to go to the settlement to register. Okay, do I have launch fuel? Please, yeah, it have only 50%, so I need to be very careful. But I think you can charge it also with uranium, but we don't have any uranium. Can I craft? I can't. Okay, I need to be very careful with me going up and down. There's a suspicious packet. This is a tech packet from pirates that I can just open with X and give me some nice, you know, health support. It's illegal, but that's fine. Once you install it, install it. I'm gonna put it beside my life support, you know, to increase it a little bit and get more stacking bonus. These are both blue now. So let's go here. Oh, welcome to Utopia. Nice. I haven't been inside the hauler in so long. I really hoped that in VR they will allow us to actually click on this stuff, because you have everything in here, correct? You can actually click on the buttons, click, but yeah, you actually still need to use your sense controllers. So welcome to Utopia Foundation. We have a problems here. Space station have problems. Everything is in problems. We need to work on harmony, acknowledge. And there is a launch thruster module. Let's pull them before we launch, correct? Because they will improve a little bit, you know, how things work. So let's install them here beside our, you know, our launch thruster. This is what we use to launch, correct, and fly or summon our planet. It's telling you need a Starship launch fuel or uranium to charge it, and we cannot craft more. So we need to be very careful when we use our Starship moving further. And what else? What do we need to do now? We need to reach the settlement. Okay, so where is the settlement? There is a yellow thing here. This is a settlement. This is icons, the yellow icon you see up there. This is showing you the direction. I'm first time in the cockpit. If you're first time in the cockpit, I'm just gonna explain what are these screens. This is your ship, how much shield strength you have, what is the external temperature. Usually if you are in your ship, you are safe in No Man's Sky, unless you are in hard mode and, you know, have changed some settings. They will be able, you know, pirates and other stuff can hurt you. This is showing which planet you are on and which location, your, you know, coordinates, and what system you are on, correct, and stuff like this. And this is, you know, your ship controls, and, you know, you can use grab, keep grabbing on both of them with, you know, grab R and grab L, which is, you know, R1 and R2, L1 to actually control. This is, you know, one of the options, or you can just click like this and then leave fast. When you pull it up, you fly, okay, and so always good to fly in horizontal, and then you increase your speed by going up and back with your you know, back and forth with your left hand. You see, if you go back slowly, you increase, you reduce the shards. If you go back far, if you push it very hard to the end, you have 4 speed. You go back 1 or 2 or 3. It's very sensitive, very hard to control, but it's nice. You can get the hang of it. And if you click on the L2, it will reach the max speed, which will give you a nice rumbling, right? What I felt right now. Take off is always very nice. Now, if you try to center your, you know, using your right hand, correct, this controller, correct, to on the outpost, it will show you, okay, we are 12 minutes. So there is no way you can keep going like this. I'm not going to spend 12 minutes. I'm going to actually go up to the sky, because when you go up and you are in space, you can easily you can go faster, correct, in space. You know, our speed here, what is our speed screen? What is our speed screen? Yes, this one. You see, it's showing now our speed is close to 10,000 U, 11,000 U. So now if I go back to the Utopia outpost, correct, I'm arriving only in 1 minute. Now I'm getting down a little bit close to the atmosphere, so my speed is decreasing. Let me see if I can mark this. Okay. Let me see if I can mark this. I can also engage the pulse engine by clicking on the square. Oh, but you need to be very careful. Pulse engine will just make us fly very, very fast. Correct. I'm gonna use the pulse engine one more time. And now I reach there in no time. Now I'm going to the atmospheric entry. Take a look around. There is something down here. Correct, to see if there's any interesting stuff around you. Let's go here. This is I think is approximate location. This is not the actual location. So maybe if I fly a little bit more, I may be able to find the actual outpost. No, I couldn't. Oh yeah, here it is. Probably it is this one. I'm just gonna land here. Probably it is this one. Probably. But if you land a little bit far, you can always use, you know, your scanner visor to find the exact spot. Now, keep in mind, I didn't tell you how I enter and exit. I just use the grip to enter, and I look for this green thingy, you know, to exit. I just push it up. Very nice. So I found the Utopia outpost. I'm just gonna go and, you know, register. So I'm gonna jet back, correct, all the way up. Oops, I don't have enough. I don't have enough stuff taken installed, so my jetpack is very weak. So I have to use the stairs like a normal human being. This is an archive, correct? This is an archive. These are massive, nice buildings introduced 2-3 years ago, I think. They have no real value, to be honest, but they have some special, you know, special shops here. But there is no one inside because this is an expedition. But in reality, you'll have a lot of different, you know, aliens here that you can sell and trade the stuff for. This is very nice. And yeah, let's go and register our. Our settlement. Now this is a shop, correct? The trade terminal. It's always interesting to see how much. We don't have much money, but I will always try to buy a little bit of hydrogen jelly, so I don't need to mine, you know, for the hydrogen. So I'm gonna just buy a little bit of the hydrogen jelly. I'm gonna also buy a little bit of, you know, metal plating because we can break them. And now I'm gonna run out of money soon. I need some money. Why there is no money here? So let's go and register. Welcome to Utopia. Just take a look to these guys. Very nice. Login, verify. You have logged in. We are good. So this concludes our phase 1. I'm gonna collect the item. It gave me an upgrade to my exosuit, correct? Wow, these nice upgrades. So now it's increasing inventory, and I got a treasure shard, okay, which I'm not sure if we need it at all. And then we can now collect our big phase 1 rewards. So congratulations. Usually you can do this and I could have done this in like 10 minutes or something, but I try to explain to you guys how you can use PSVR2 and information about VR in general. Now you need to save. There is autosave, but it's better to go back to your starship here. I'm gonna try to jet this without dying. Almost. And I'm open your ship, get in and get out. You don't need to do this anymore, but just, you know, usually this will create a restore point to ensure you saved all of your progress. This concludes my stream for today. Thank you everyone. I'm gonna do all the next ones, I believe, in the next hour or two when I'm streaming next time, because I covered the basics. So thank you for joining again. You know, if you are here, try to like and subscribe and all this interesting stuff. I'm gonna hopefully be streaming a couple of times per week. So thank you for joining, and if you like this video, please leave a comment and I will reach to you to thank you. Thank you all.